Hi guys, and welcome to my channel again. Today I'm going to show you how to make a Swiss roll with a cream cheese filling, raspberries and pistachios. To start with, we need to make the sponge. To make a sponge we will need all-purpose flour, icing sugar, sour cream, melted butter, 2 eggs separated, milk, baking powder, bicarbonate of soda and vanilla extract. I prepare my baking form just by lining it with a parchment paper. In this case, I don't want to grease the walls because I want the sponge to stick to them when it rises. Before we start the sponge, it is good to heat up the oven. We will need it heated up to 160 degrees Celsius with the heat top and bottom. We don't want fan. To make a sponge, we will need to first combine all the wet ingredients apart from the whites of the eggs. We will whip them later. And right now we need to just mix it to have like a uniform consistency. When all our wet ingredients are combined, right now we will sift all the dry ingredients straight to this mix. When we have the dry ingredients sifted, we just mix the two together. And now we will need to beat the egg whites. We whip them until they are completely stiff. To make sure that the egg whites are ready, we just do this. And right now we need to combine these two mixtures. First of all, we need to add just 1/3 of the egg whites to the egg yolk mixture to loosen it up a little bit. We try to do it quite gently. We don't want to deflate all the air from the egg whites. And right now we need to add the second part. And the last part. And that's it. We can now put our mixture on the baking form. We put all the mixture on the baking form and we need to distribute it very evenly because we want our sponge to be very, very thin. Now that our sponge batter is distributed thinly and evenly, we can bake it. We will be baking it for 15 minutes in 160 degrees with top and bottom heat. Straight from the oven. We need to work with the sponge very quickly because we need to roll it up when it's warm. Otherwise, it will break when we do it. We put our cloth on top and we need to flip the whole pan. Like this. We take away our parchment paper and we use it still to roll the sponge. Like so. And right now we need to leave it to cool down completely before we can spread the cream on it. For the filling, for our Swiss roll, we will need cream cheese, Philadelphia style, icing sugar, melted or half melted butter, and for decoration, chopped pistachios and raspberries. Raspberries will be also added into the layers of our Swiss roll, but in order to do that I will need to cut each in half, otherwise they will be just too thick for a very thin layer. To make the cream filling, first we need to combine butter, icing sugar and cream cheese together, just with the mixer. Cream filling is done. We are ready to start filling the Swiss roll. And right now we need to roll out our Swiss roll, the sponge. We do it very gently. Even if there are some cracks, don't worry about it, because basically it will be hidden under the decoration. In order to have a nice finish roll, we need to cut off all the edges, as they are quite hard and they will not roll properly. And right now the sponge is ready. We can fill it in with the cream. We just put all our cream on top and spread it evenly with a very thin layer. The layer of the cream should be more or less the same thickness as our sponge. You can make the side which we start to roll a little bit thinner. It will just make it easier to roll. The cream cheese is very evenly spread right now, and we can put some of our raspberries on top. When we have all our raspberries where we want them, we can start to roll our sponge. We do it very gently and slowly, because we want the first roll to be very precise. In order to serve our Swiss roll, we want it to look nicely, so that's why we cut off the two edges of the cake. And right now I will just decorate the top of the Swiss roll with some whipped cream, raspberries and chopped pistachios. And we can also dust it with an icing sugar. And right now, the best part of all, serving and eating our Swiss roll. Let me cut a generous portion. As you can see, the roll is clearly visible. I hope you enjoy watching and you will make one of those for yourself. Enjoy, guys!